Avid was created by one exceptional teacher in 1980 who recognized that students from low-income families, those without a college-going tradition, could succeed in high school and, more importantly, be college-ready. For over 30 years, Mary Catherine Swanson's simple yet profound formula has worked. Raise expectations of students, and, with the Avid support system in place, they will rise to the challenge. Avid is keenly aware of the many challenges facing our nation's educational system. Our staff and educators generally are working in public schools that are under tremendous stress. Their state and federal funding is at risk, and their city infrastructures are in disarray, denial, and sometimes even insolvency. At the same time, these schools are serving a growing number of children who are increasingly impacted by poverty, with little chances that their communities will recover anytime soon. Our mission today is to close the achievement gap by preparing all students for college readiness and success in a global society. Avid has evolved from one high school class to a comprehensive college readiness system. In secondary school, where we started in 1980, Avid students receive academic support in an elective class called Avid. It is taught within the school day by a trained Avid teacher. It prepares students for rigorous coursework and acceptance to college. We then moved the elective system into the middle schools in 1988. Avid middle school students pursue college preparatory coursework such as algebra. They also complete it at an impressive rate. 58% of Avid's 8th graders took algebra versus the national rate of 39%. Avid then created its elementary school program in 2007, building on our expertise and demand from school districts to develop college-going cultures and skills in students as early as possible. In 2009, we piloted our post-secondary program, funded primarily by a grant from the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board. The Coordinating Board saw a need, asked Avid to fill the gap, and we've done so. Starting with Mary Catherine's vision and utilizing the expertise and skills of some of the country's finest educators, Avid has become the nation's largest college readiness program. However, the need is greater than ever. While 90% of Avid seniors complete four-year college entrance requirements, the nation as a whole, the average is only 36%. We have much to do. First and foremost, Avid is serious about closing the achievement gap. Consistent with its mission and vision, we seek to impact 1 million students by the year 2020. Our current objective is to develop Avid school-wide, which means that every teacher and every student will use Avid methodologies and strategies to teach and to learn. Avid school-wide can transform the leadership, systems, instruction, and culture of a school, ensuring college readiness for all its students. School-wide Avid is achieved through intensive professional development, combined with site coaching and technical support for educators. I believe we have some of the best professional development for educators in the country. Each summer we hold 8 summer institutes in 6 cities in which we train nearly 20,000 educators. We also conduct what we call regional path trainings in Avid curriculum and materials. More recently, we've developed leadership training for administrators called Leadership for College Readiness. And finally, each year we conduct a national conference where we bring together some of the best minds on the issue of college readiness in the country. We have 4 division offices with staff covering 48 states who provide direct support services to implement the Avid system with fidelity. This includes coaching during summer institute and site visits, training via email, phone, and web, and information resources and members-only websites. In addition to school-wide Avid, we are committed to building our post-secondary program, which applies Avid's strategies and support structures at the college level for aspiring but underprepared, low-income, and underrepresented students. The need is great in this area. Too many students are entering college simply unprepared for the rigors of college work. Avid is one organization that is certainly not afraid to get into the fray of the public school crisis. We recognize and address the fact that unless we teach better and lead better, we will not get better results. Avid provides the infrastructure and tools that make good teachers great and good administrators great. We do this better than anybody. There are specific leverage points that make Avid so successful. The model is first brilliant in its simplicity. It's a grassroots delivery system that trains and coaches teachers and administrators. It creates a school site team that plans, implements, and models the program. And it trains a district-level staff member as the Avid district director. Second, we use nothing but proven instructional methodologies to achieve results. Third, we have a comprehensive and dependable data collection and certification system, which gives districts and schools the data they need to support the students and make improvements. It also gives Avid data to inform our efforts to continually improve. Fourth, Avid is positioned as the top college readiness leader with school districts. We have a great brand in our market. We have over 30 years of excellent service, which gives us legitimacy and stability. And we have very strong relationships with education leaders and educators generally. Our size, the network of schools is so large that we have the ability to affect change on a large and ever-growing scale. Avid is uniquely positioned. No other educational reform organization has so successfully integrated these multiple components into one system with a proven track record as Avid has. Avid is a strategic investment. Investors get a big bang for the buck. The system is sustainable, national and scalable, embedded in grassroots implementation through teachers. It's well respected in schools and designed to expand and deepen to reach more students with limited investment. We also have an exceptional professional development program supported by feedback and evaluation. We create a self-evaluating and improving process through our certification work, and it's proven through years of data collection and research. We are poised to be a major participant in turning our U.S. schools around to excellence again. Our students deserve nothing less. Avid uses a number of strategies and tactics to make our system highly effective. First, we have over 150 employees, and we utilize over 300 professional development consultants, all of whom are highly trained and very, very capable. Second, we use proven Avid instructional methodologies, which we call WICOR, W-I-C-O-R, which form the foundation of the academic skill training, tutorials, and curriculum materials, and our professional development. The W is for writing as a tool for learning. The I is for inquiry. We teach young people how to ask really good questions at a high level. The C is for a collaborative approach. Young people need to learn how to work together. The business community demands it. Organization. Too many young people do not have good organization skills. And finally, reading to learn. Learning how to read at high levels, reading nonfiction text, the kinds of reading that they will have to do in college. Third, the Avid certification and data collection system are required for all Avid schools to ensure the program is implemented with fidelity. Fourth, the system is powerful and adaptable to meet the evolving needs of education. We can adapt Avid's core programming to address specific educational crises that occur. For example, we have focused on African American male achievement issues. We are focusing on English language learners. We've also developed a science and math summer bridge program, and we continue to focus on leadership development. Finally, student voices. We have worked hard to put mechanisms in place to respect and honor student voices. And we learn amazing things from students that spur us to evolve what we need to do to meet their needs. When people complain about the state of education, we reply, "Have you tried Avid?" Because we know that it works and has the data and track record to back up that conviction. Avid tracks success and promotes continuous improvement with its schools through certification and data collection. The Avid certification process affords districts 4 separate data submission opportunities to support program evaluation efforts. The first is the general site data collection. This includes such things as the total number of students representing a variety of demographic characteristics. Second is the senior data collection, where we collect student-level data from 12th graders, and they submit this electronically. Third is an initial self-study, and fourth is a certification self-study at the end of the school year. The self-study generates an overall certification rating for a site based on the level of implementation of each Avid essential. In addition, the Avid District Director conducts a site visit to assess program implementation in each of the 11 essentials. However, nothing makes me more proud than Avid's success in preparing underrepresented students for college. Avid students demographically are approximately 50% Hispanic or Latino, 21% white, nearly 20% African American, and 10% a variety of other demographic groups, while 69% qualify for free or reduced lunch using the federal guidelines. Avid's 2011 senior data shows the following. 98.8% graduated from high school. 91% reported plans to attend a post-secondary institution. Of those, 58% to a four-year college and 33% to a two-year college. 72% of our seniors reported taking at least one rigorous course, such as an AP, IB, or dual credit course, with 60% of those taking the corresponding exam. We are very proud of that data. There is a perception that Avid is a niche program available only to a small number of students. This is simply not true. Initially, students participating in the Avid elective class receive the most direct benefit, but Avid's school-wide model brings its best practices and methodologies to every subject area and every classroom. Additionally, Avid creates a school-wide college-going culture that exposes all students to the possibility of higher education. The current culture of U.S. education is to chase after the new and different in seeking solutions to our greatest problems. But Avid is right here, providing a proven formula for success for over 30 years. Consistently, and with an ever-expanding network of trained teachers, administrators, and certified schools, Avid has been doing the hard work of improving teacher quality and strengthening the leadership in our public schools. I know Avid does this better than anything I've seen in 27 years of working in public education. We have too many examples of children in poor communities who are doing exceptional work for us to believe it can't be done. Many years ago, before I was ever involved in Avid, my wife came home from the public school where she worked in Odessa, Texas, and told me a story that literally changed both of our lives. That morning, she had walked in the office and found two little Hispanic kindergarten boys sitting in there waiting to see an administrator and laughing about events that had occurred at their homes the night before. It seems that both of them had seen their fathers taken away by the local police, and they thought this was quite humorous because it apparently happened quite frequently. My wife didn't think it was very funny, nor did I. In fact, she was crying about what, if anything, could she do to keep those little boys from becoming their fathers. I think both of us started on a path that ultimately led me to Avid and ultimately led her to becoming a reading expert. Avid is not about false promises or the latest educational fad. It is an evidence-based, time-tested, grassroots success. Avid is proud of the many accomplishments it has achieved over the past 31 years. We are proud of the vision and leadership of many talented educators and managers that enable us to support continued scale-up of a vast network of over 4,800 Avid school sites serving more than 425,000 students. We are proud of the expansion of professional development to over 30,000 educators per year. We are also proud of the quality of our training programs that many teachers tell us are the best professional development experience they have ever had. Teachers and leaders come back from trainings re-energized, re-inspired, and motivated. The Avid approach gives them new hope, and they in turn pass that hope on to their students. Avid is proud of its many strong partnerships with school districts, both large and small, as well as with community college districts and nonprofit partners such as the College Board and Road Trip Nation. We are proud to partner with some of the largest foundations and corporations in the country that are invested in reforming the education system, including the Michael and Susan Dell Foundation and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Finally, Avid has also been a predominant support structure for federal initiatives such as Advanced Placement Incentive Program, Gear Up, and smaller learning communities. Historically, Avid has been a force to challenge a fixed mindset about student potential to succeed in college readiness, particularly in the lower-income students in lower to middle ranges academically. Since Mary Catherine Swanson began in 1980, Avid has worked to prove that with the right support and structure in place, all students can succeed. We continue to be a model for schools and students who know that effort and ability are the true paths to college, regardless of their socioeconomic status. Avid believes that the most effective way to help schools is to improve the quality of teaching and leading. This builds sustainability, accountability, hope, and positive morale into the fabric of a school, and ultimately an entire school district. And a marked improvement in the community schools creates ripples of benefit for that community. Over the years, Avid has worked to support and problem solve with its districts and site leaders who are faced with competing mandates on performance and measurement and a popular pressure to try the latest, newest thing. Avid has been a consistent component of school success measures. Our top priority is to help school districts expand and deepen Avid. This would include adding new schools to existing districts, deepening the system at existing schools to help them reach school-wide, and starting Avid in new school districts. On the local level, funders can support their school districts directly with donations designated for the Avid program. For example, our Avid Center staff worked with a Washington State school district who was awarded funding from a private foundation to start Avid in 14 new elementary sites. Funders can also impact their local community in partnership with Avid directly. In the San Francisco area, a local family foundation committed to helping at-risk students has invested $50,000 over 2 years to expand Avid in a local school district by adding 3 middle schools to complete the secondary feeder pattern. Avid is also working closely with funders and a major urban school district to expand and deepen the Avid system as the primary strategy to increase college readiness district-wide. We are interested in piloting a community-wide college readiness transformation that can serve as a model for intensive kindergarten through post-secondary systemic change. This would involve developing a 3-way partnership with a school district, a funder or group of funders, and Avid to implement Avid school-wide in every district school. Over the course of 5 years, Avid can be systematically implemented and deepened. Let me give you an example. About 5 years ago, in my hometown of Odessa, the school district implemented Avid first in the secondary schools, then the elementary schools, then the community college, and then the university all got on board with Avid as well. This was supported by the local education foundation and the Chamber of Commerce. The entire community is behind the principle that all the young people of Odessa should have the opportunity to be college ready and be successful in college. We can use your help in those kinds of examples. Avid would like to be helping schools and district leadership to reconcile the varying and conflicting mandates placed on them by districts, states, and the federal government. We would like to be helpful in their movement to have Avid become a school-wide solution accelerated throughout school systems to help with public awareness that communities can help make their schools great. This is such important work. There is much to do, and we need your help and support.